Right now, I would like you to meet Ezra. Ezra, I would like to describe what it feels like to be caged up at a young age of 15 in a jail cell.
You know, Pastor, up until that point, I had made all kinds of mistakes, gotten all kinds of trouble. But sitting right there in that cell, 15 years old, I remember hearing the officers talk about what they were going to do after work, talking about the plans they had with their families. And I remember right there just feeling so isolated from everybody else. And it was right there at that moment, it kind of started to settle in that this was what my life was going to look like. And it was just a real scary feeling. I remember feeling alone. I remember feeling worried about what my mom was going to think. And I remember feeling worried about would I ever even see my mom again. I was only 15 years old, and it felt like this was going to be the future of the rest of my life.
Boy, that was something. Now let's continue with the Ezra Laturco story.
When you're high on meth, it feels fake to smile, it feels fake to laugh. But at the same time, inwardly, you got these emotions going on. You just want to talk. And instead of it being a party, lively atmosphere, it was just like a drug house. My best friend, he did a big old line, and then he smoked a lot of it. And then we went out and we helped somebody move. We got a call saying, hey, we need to move. We were like, yeah, let's go move. And we packed up that truck like in 3 minutes. We packed it up to perfection, all high. But then on the way out, as we were leaving, I started to notice that that my friend dropped out of the conversation. He had stopped talking, and he had gotten quiet. And I would glance over and look at him, and he just had his head back, and it looked like he was having trouble breathing. And then I seen him roll down the window, and he put his face out like towards the window, like to get air. And he started making funny faces, just like something was wrong, And he started to move. I noticed that he lost control of his face, and he was panicking, And we pulled over into a car dealership. I remember we, running in with him like that, and pushing the door open. Everybody got alarmed, like, who are these guys running in here? That someone had a sports bottle on their desk. I remember I took it with water. We tried to give it to him. He couldn't even drink it. His mouth was tight. It was dripping down. We poured it on him. We didn't know what to do, Somebody called 911, and the ambulance came, and, it's hard. It was hard to see my friend like that. This came, they got him and started doing all kinds of tests, and then I remember he was throwing up, and they took off his shirt, and they started doing all kinds of stuff to him. And I remember them turning and saying, hey, did this guy do anything that we need to know about? And I didn't want to say, yeah. I said, no, we didn't really say much. The other guy would just and that was my friend, and so I remember they took him in the ambulance, and they let me ride in the ambulance with him. And then when we got to the hospital, I remember him saying, as they rolled him away, he goes, tell my mom that I love her. And man, he thought he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna die. And then I remember being at the hospital and seeing his mom walk in to the waiting room right there. And she was a good lady. She was she loved her kids, and she was a good Mexican mom, And I just remember feeling feeling bad that I was part of that, like what happened.